All right. This works, but you're coming through on my phone only.
Yeah, mine's not coming through my headset either.
See, man. Whatever, it'll work.
I don't understand. I'm gonna make sure my Bluetooth is on. My Bluetooth is on. It says my headphones are connected.
And my phone, and it says that my phone's connected to my truck too. But he kept doing this every time we would invite someone in to the show.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, whatever. If I have to hold my phone, I have to hold my phone. Did I turn the camera? I can just turn the camera off, can't I? I guess not.
Whatever. We're live. When I listen back to it, I'll see how we sound.
Yeah, that works.
How do I sound right now? How am I coming through on your phone?
I think you're coming through just fine. Let me see here about maybe a little volume. Nah, whatever. I mean, I can hear you, so.
Yeah, I can hear you too.
It's quiet.
It's quiet?
It is quiet, but I mean, it's still dark on my side, right? You don't see my dashboard?
No.
Good enough.
Oh.
Facebook makes this really difficult, folks. I don't understand why.
What I was trying to do before, you're supposed to be able to set up like a messenger group and take that messenger group, like a room or whatever they call them, and then broadcast live from that room. But it just, like, I was talking to you, like we were speaking.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't, like, it said that you weren't confirmed as part of the group. And it wouldn't let me hit the live button.
I mean, I'm only half of the show, but
you're only what?
I hate Facebook.
It's so annoying. There's no way, I don't think there's any way to like add somebody on YouTube if I go live on YouTube though.
I don't even know if I can go live on YouTube from my phone.
It's just like, it's a basic function on the app.
Whatever. This works for now.
Yeah. Tell you, season 7's off to a rough start so far, though.
Well, yeah.
We're going to power through.
I mean, it always seems like there's always a point in in all of our seasons where we have some kind of serious technical difficulty.
Just like everything fucking falls apart.
At least on the bright side here, at least we're getting recorded.
At least we're getting what?
Recorded.
Yeah, that is true.
So, like, fine, I guess.
I'm going to pull this up over here on the laptop, which is, I was trying to use the laptop.
Maybe that's not what.
And it's just like the full version of YouTube on the computer is way more difficult. And again, I'm seeing that we're live here, but it's not showing that on Facebook on the computer.
Whatever. I mean, it's really more about the video posted than anything. And I think we'll be okay.
Keeping Up with the Fatness is live now with guest Steven Salvinelli.
Yeah. Guest. With guest. That's true.
Okay, it's active. It's alive.
It's alive?
It's alive.
Nice.
So you mentioned something in a text the other day that has me very intrigued. Did you call it the divergent timeline theory?
I mean, it is technically a divergent timeline theory. It is two separate timelines that have been. Yeah, I mean, I guess that would be somewhat divergent, but I mean, it's
But we're
more
talking
like
about like alternate timelines, alternate universes here.
I guess.
And they diverge from a certain point.
Yes.
Somewhere post Jedi, I would assume.
Actually, it is before Jedi.
Oh.
It is before episode 3.
Wait, like back prequel trilogy?
Yes.
Intriguing.
So I have noticed. I mean, I'm not the only one that's noticed it. It is gaining popularity, and a lot of people are talking about it. It was so happened to have been brought to my attention at work by a fellow Star Wars nerd. I'm not going to name names. We're not friends on Facebook, I don't believe. But one of the guys I work with brought to my attention that in episode 9, when Rey becomes all of the Jedi, we hear all of the deceased Jedi that are deceased now.
Yes. Yes.
We distinctly hear Ashoka's voice.
Yes. We hear Ahsoka Tano's voice, and we hear Kanan Jarrus from Rebels. Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yes. So, a lot of people are saying, since you heard that, and since Snoke was able to be developed, and since all these other events tied back to Grogu, that they're claiming that when Moff Gideon got a hold of Grogu, they never lost control of it.
Okay.
But what happened was, who was it? Rebels was the guy who went. I mean, I know that none of us have seen. I know neither of us have really powered through Rebels.
Yeah, I've watched the first 2 seasons. I haven't finished it.
But who's the main?
Buddy, why are you wet? Sorry. The main character, Ezra Bridger.
Okay, so Ezra. I don't. All right. Again, I'm probably butchering the shit out of this, and to the people who have seen the television series in between episode 2 and 3, I apologize greatly for how bad this is going to go. Probably.
All right, you're watching Clone Wars now, right?
I mean, no, I haven't even started it yet.
Oh, I thought you. No, Daniel's watching it.
Yeah, I know. I said that I was going to, but like, I don't know. I've just been like really focused on magic recently, so like.
Yeah.
But Ezra supposedly enters like a Force time area, I guess is what you would call it.
Yes.
And he goes back.
I haven't seen any of this in show, but I have heard about it.
And he goes back, and I believe he saves Ahsoka from Darth Vader.
Okay. Okay.
At least, I mean, that's what I'm being led to believe. That is what the YouTube video I watched said. Again, didn't pay it a lot of attention because a lot of people are like really, really hoping that they retcon the prequels or the sequel trilogy altogether.
So what we're saying here is that we've got this one timeline right now.
Yes.
Where Ahsoka is definitely alive.
Yes.
You're saying that the sequel trilogy is a sequel to some alternate timeline.
Yes.
That started with Darth Vader killing Ahsoka Tano.
Yes. That is the basic gist of what I understand the theory to be. I probably should read a little bit more into it, but I'm still like on the fence about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you watch the video, it makes a lot of sense as you watch it. Like, it makes a lot of very good points.
Yeah,
But
I watch a lot of those like theories and stuff.
I don't know how much weight this holds because we're still talking about, you know, post Jedi, pre new pre
Force
New Order.
Awakens.
Yeah. So we're still in that time frame, and there's all these questions saying, okay, cool, well, where was Grogu the whole time? Where was
Yo, Mark Ross is watching. What's up, Mark?
What up, Mark? Where was Ahsoka this whole time?
Yeah.
Are we really watching the events that lead to Kylo Ren? I mean, are we watching the story of Grogu just to know that Kylo Ren kills him?
Yeah, that's the killer there. That's what
puts the nail in the coffin, and that's what I feel gives this divergent timeline, because I'm just going to call it that because it makes more sense in my brain to call it that.
Yeah.
But does that either, is that the point where they're just going to get to, and then bang, we're done dealing with Grogu? Because it can't be.
No, that would be terrible. Because what, by the time of the sequels, Grogu would be like 80?
Yes.
So Yoda had been training people since he was 100. He had been training on some level since he was 100 years old.
Yes.
So 80 is like, maybe he's like a 21-year-old kid in the sequel trilogy.
Well, yeah, I mean, when did Yoda become a Jedi Knight?
Yoda became a Jedi Knight somewhere before he turned 100 years old.
Okay, so he was a Jedi Master at 100 years old.
I don't know about a master. He was training people, but I don't know that he had like Padawans and stuff. You know how he like trains the kids?
Yeah, he trained the younglings.
Yeah.
But again, that was in his advanced age.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not advanced. Well, yeah, no, it would have been advanced age because he would have been like 800 and something at that point. Right?
Wait.
How old was Yoda when he became one with the Force?
He was like 900.
Yeah, so in that frame, from Anakin Skywalker to Darth Vader, when Yoda goes in Return of the Jedi,
Yeah.
Mark Hamill or Luke Skywalker at that point was what, 18?
18 or 19, yeah.
So in that time frame, from a 18, 19-year-old Anakin Skywalker,
Yeah.
who then becomes, 19, 20-year-old Darth Vader, to old man Vader, would make Yoda 900. I'm bad at math. Or 800 and, 80 something around Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Like his
Correct?
850s when Obi-Wan came around, yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Like, that explains maybe why he's with the younglings.
Yeah.
Because we have total collapse of the Jedi. At that point, I mean, it's where am I going with this is really the question that I'm trying to answer now. Um, but yeah, I mean, we're talking about Yoda's age. Why?
But we're saying that there's hope. Like maybe the timeline that Mandalorian takes place in is not on the same track as the sequel trilogy.
Okay, but that means that now they've retconned the entire sequel trilogy.
They've retconned everything but the part we wanted retconned.
Yeah. So what I'm gathering from everything that I've heard, also you have to then say, where was Grogu through? Oh no, that's right. This is all past Jedi. I'm sorry, post Jedi.
Yeah.
So I'm getting my timelines fucked up, and it bothers me.
Who do you suppose saved Grogu?
Well, I mean,
Apparently they've filmed scenes for Obi-Wan Kenobi.
true, but I think the predication, what we're going on here, is that if Ahsoka Tano hadn't told Mando to go to the Rock to broadcast to Luke that Grogu was there, that Moff Gideon would still have Grogu because they put the tracker on the Razor Crest.
Mm-hmm.
The Mando is dead.
Yeah.
Along with what's her name? Help me.
So Katana?
No, Bo-Katan.
Bo-Katan, yeah.
So with Bo-Katan being dead, the only one that would have walked away from all that would have been Boba Fett.
Yeah. Who's not a real Mandalorian.
Who's not a real Mandalorian.
He's
so
just
I guess like
man
that,
trying to make his way in the universe just like his father.
I feel like that is what the theory is trying to get at.
Yeah.
It's kind of confusing. I know I need to do more research. I don't think it holds enough water.
Yeah. I feel like Ahsoka Tano
Because
probably just died somewhere between.
And that's what I'm saying, is that Ahsoka Tano may still be dead.
And we saw Kanan Jarrus die. He died on Rebels.
And okay, but then it comes down to, where was Grogu the entire sequel trilogy?
Yeah.
Did Luke successfully train him, or was he did Luke successfully train him, or did he return, or did the Mando pick him up or did Luke just say, no, I can't do it, and the Mando came and picked him up?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
So then that opens up a whole world of possibilities for a Mandalorian Force user.
Yeah.
Which you could then say might be the chosen one.
So, I think it was Mandalore the Great or something. The person who made the Darksaber was
Mandalore the Great.
Mandalorian Jedi, the only one.
I do believe that was Mandalore the Great. Fuck, we need Carrie.
What?
My friend Carrie, she is when I tell you that this girl knows absolutely everything there is to know about Rebels and the other one there.
Clone Wars.
She even watched, like, she powered through Resistance.
Oh, that show was bad. I only watched 2 episodes. That show was real bad.
Like, she went through that.
Oscar Isaac was on it as Poe Dameron, and that was awesome.
And I feel, I mean, she would be great to fill in these little blanks that we have until like you and I complete knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel slacky as a Star Wars fan to claim to know as much as I know and not know anything about that.
Yeah, I feel like especially like the Clone Wars, there's so much of it that like if you weren't watching from the beginning, nobody has that energy.
Like, no, I get it, but like I also can't say that because I watched all of The Next Generation. I watched
But that's Star
all of
Trek,
Deep
bro.
Space Nine. I
That's real
watched
Star Trek.
all of Enterprise, but it's not as but
Did you watch all of
so
Star Trek the animated series?
I did not.
There you
But
go.
but those are all much longer.
Yeah.
So like I don't have the excuse of no, I don't want to do it because I don't have the energy. Because I watched all of that, loved all of it. And I feel like if I'm gonna put that kind of energy into it, I should probably watch this too.
Yeah. Resistance, you know how you don't like the animation style on like Clone Wars and Rebels?
Yeah.
Resistance looks real ugly.
I mean,
Like
all
it's like
of them look
cheap
real ugly.
and over stylized.
All of them look real ugly to me. Star Wars was meant to be live action. I'm sorry. I don't care how anyone else feels about it.
Well, looks like Jon Favreau is going to make that happen. Speaking of Star Wars in live action, the Obi-Wan Kenobi series,
Oh, hello there.
6 1-hour episodes.
Ooh.
Like a full hour, not 45 minutes, not 50 minutes, 1 full hour.
Oh, thank you, Jon Favreau, for making all of my Star Wars dreams come true. Yeah. Now, here's an interesting question.
Yeah.
Do they remake everything?
They remake everything?
As in episodes 7, 8, and 9.
Oh, no.
Am I right saying that that's crazy to think that that's going to happen?
Yeah, no, that's ridiculous. They're not. Never.
I mean,
because here's the thing: everybody hates Star Wars. Everybody who loves Star Wars really hates Star Wars. So if you're going to complain about one trilogy, like let's remake the prequel trilogy too. How about that? Spend the next 12 years watching the exact same Star Wars we've been watching for the last 30 years. That's stupid.
That's stupid. No, I totally agree with you. Again, I'm not upset about Star Wars.
No.
I am. I mean, everyone that's
always
getting
happy
all
to get from Star Wars. If it's not something I want to watch, then I don't watch it. But like in general.
But I'm not going to not watch Star Wars.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know like Rey's character catches a lot of heat.
I loved Rey. She was awesome.
I didn't dislike her.
I feel like everybody, all the characters, like, I get what they were doing with having 3 different, like, creative teams to make 3 different movies. But, like, there's no really good, like, character development. Like, they all had so much potential. It feels like, it felt like with 3, like, 2.5-hour long movies, you should have been able to like build those characters up to what happened in episode 9. There's so much promise in the first movie.
Yeah, there was a lot of ball dropping in the second.
Yeah. I loved General Hux, and I will always be so mad about what they did to him.
Yeah.
In the first movie, General Hux was so good.
Yeah, by the end of it, they turned him into a whimpering little baby.
Yeah, he was just like comic relief. It's fucking stupid.
I mean, I still love Poe Dameron, so.
What was that?
That would have been a text message.
Oh.
And I will answer it later.
Yeah.
If at all. My time is precious.
Yeah.
I'm going through all of my binders right now, like pulling out rares and shit like that to flesh out a deal I'm working on. So
nice.
Trying to put together another like very competitive deck. Something that can win me some money for a change.
So the cat just he just batted a little glass like vase here on the counter on the island.
Uh-huh.
He batted it away from the edge. Like it was real close to the edge and then he pushed it back.
Well, that makes him a good guy cat.
Cat's full of surprises. He's actually kind of a huge asshole. He's adorable. So he used to wake me up in the morning. He started waking me up in the morning by licking the tip of my nose. He knows I'm talking about him. He's mad. But he licked the tip of my nose. And then when I started, like, not getting out of bed for that, he started licking the inside of my nostril.
Uh-huh.
And it got so bad, like, I tried to bury my face in the pillow, and he, like, burrowed in beside me to get up in my nostril.
Because he knows he's got you awake now.
Yeah. This morning he woke me up at about 4:30 in the morning, just like aggressively licking my entire face. Like hard.
Stella used to put the two long teeth right on the inside of your nostril. That'll wake you up.
Tiger hooked me with a claw up the nostril one time.
I feel like they know that it's our noses that get us the most.
Yeah. I don't remember anything about the dream I was having, but right before I woke up, somebody out of nowhere stuck like a fork up my nose.
Oh, wow.
In the dream. And I woke up to the cat.
That's funny. So what else did you want to talk about?
Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Hit me with it then.
March on HBO Max. It is not a miniseries. It is an R-rated 4-hour feature film.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty excited about it. They've done like almost no like additional footage. They've shot some new stuff, but they've done almost nothing. Everything is just like from the first time Zack Snyder did Justice League, and it's a completely different movie from what Joss Whedon did. Joss Whedon was just supposed to be doing reshoots, and he fucking ruined the whole movie. Like, who knows if Zack Snyder's version is good, but I'm willing to give it a chance after what Joss Whedon did. Like, Justice League wasn't awful. It wasn't the worst. It was not Batman versus Superman.
Orphan Fight the movie.
What a terrible movie. Apparently, Zack Snyder's got a pretty good, like, different version of that, too, but I don't have any faith in that at all.
I mean, it can't be much worse than how DCU has destroyed its own universe.
It's like, if Justice League is, like, amazing, then I'm willing to give Zack Snyder another chance. But if it's 4 hours of horse shit, then I'm done with him forever. And it could be either one. It could be either one.
Nope. I mean, I agree with you. I mean,
the gall of the man. He had no fucking right to take a movie titled Batman versus Superman and make it such a piece of shit.
I mean, like I said, the directing in the DCU is not anywhere near as good as the MCU.
So Patty Jenkins is doing a great job with her Wonder Womans.
Okay, that's one.
Yeah, and I don't know. They got Tim Gunn now. Tim Gunn, Sean Gunn, Tim Gunn.
I don't know.
The guy who did the first two Guardians. But he's directing the new Suicide Squad. Birds of Prey was really good. Have you seen
too?
That was really good. Suicide Squad, I think it gets a lot of shit that it definitely deserves, but it was a fun movie.
And Birds of Prey is on HBO Max too, right?
Everything DC is on HBO Max. Birds of Prey may be on regular HBO. If you have that through like Hulu or Amazon or something.
I do, because I want to see that because it looks really good.
Yeah.
I mean, Suicide Squad was really good, except for Jared Leto's fucking Joker.
Yeah. Apparently, so he's in Justice League. He's one of the only things they shot new footage for. And Zack Snyder's willing to give him a chance, but Zack Snyder is notorious for being really shitty at his job.
Well, I mean,
I loved Watchmen, dude. I never saw 300, but Watchmen, like, it wasn't perfect, but it couldn't have possibly been. It was as good a Watchmen movie as you were gonna get.
And 300 was very good.
Yeah, I never saw that.
I enjoyed it immensely. I thought it was fantastic.
I don't know, Frank Miller's a little like over the top sometimes. Like, I love his Batman stuff, but that's like, Frank Miller is gifted, but I like his Batman stuff because it's Batman.
Mm-hmm.
It's just interesting Batman. Like, I've read Sin City, and it's just not my kind of thing. The movies were cool, but Frank Miller's kind of a crazy old man.
Yeah.
I got some new comic books for Christmas. I got Batman: The Three Jokers.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently, I haven't followed like new comics in a few years, but there was a story arc very recently where it was revealed that Joker wasn't just one person. He was three different people.
Okay.
And that's why, like, you get all these different versions of Joker because he's not actually the same guy. I think that sounds dumb, but I added it to my wish list, and I'm interested to read it. They did a lot of weird stuff with the Joker in the last like 20 years. At one point, the Joker, right before they rebooted, he cut off his own face and then like stretched it out and stapled it back onto his head.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they sent him down a very dark path then.
Yeah. And then everything rebooted. And I think it's rebooting again. There's this thing going on called Future State. That's one thing that I'll like. DC Comics, they do too many of these big, huge event things. Like, it's every few years you'll get one from Marvel.
Yeah.
Infinity Crisis was the last like really good one. Flashpoint was pretty good, but Infinity Crisis was the last really good one.
And Infinity Crisis was
So it used to be about every decade they would reboot the DC universe. So it happened first in the late 80s. They did Crisis on Infinite Earths, which tied up all the like heroes that existed in these different, like, you've got Earth 2 over here, you've got the Justice Society and the Justice League. So they streamlined it so there's just one continuity moving forward for the next 10 years. And sometime in the early 2000s they did Infinite Crisis, which was like a sequel to the events of Infinity Crisis because everything got all fucked up again and they had to streamline it again. And after Infinite Crisis, around 2010, you got Final Crisis, which was really fucking good. But like, they just keep doing the same thing. They just keep fucking everything up, and they need to fix it.
So they do these hard reboots.
Yeah, but in like the last 10 years, there was Flashpoint, which started the New 52, and then Rebirth, and there was another one very recently, and there's another one coming up. So in the last 10 years, they've rebooted the entire DC universe 4 times.
Wow.
Yeah, it's too many times.
That is too many times.
Final Crisis was the last really good one. Batman dies. Spoiler alert. Apocalypse kills Batman. Apocalypse, Doomsday.
Doomsday.
Not Doomsday. Fucking the guy who lived. No, it's Apocalypse with a K.
Oh, it's not like the good Apocalypse, though.
No. But he's got these beams. Darkseid? Darkseid.
Are you good? Do you have it straight now?
Darkseid kills Batman. And Superman gets super pissed off. And you see him flying through like the streets with Batman's like corpse in his arms, and he is with his laser vision just like blasting like holes down the road. It's a really like cool moment. Yeah.
Okay.
Have you watched WandaVision yet?
No. I am going to, though. That is definitely on my list.
It's really good. It's really fucking strange. I'm not going to tell you anything about it. It's a half hour.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's got to be strange. It would have to be at that point. Like,
Marvel's strange, like the weird stuff that they do has always been my favorite. Ant-Man was really good. I haven't seen Ant-Man and the Wasp yet.
did I watch both of them? I did. I had to complete my MCU watch through.
Did you do that?
Did I what? Finish it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 21 movies on Disney Plus. I did not watch either Spider-Man though. Don't get mad at me.
Did you watch them like in order that you're supposed to? Nice.
Yep, timeline order.
Because they have that now, right? As an option.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have the whole thing in timeline order, starting with Captain America and ending with Infinity War.
Wow. I think Phase 4 is going to be pretty cool.
I do too. Who's supposed to be the big bad in Series 4?
Probably Doctor Doom.
Yeah, that makes sense. Fantastic Four movie is coming out this year too, isn't it?
This year, maybe next year. I think it was originally supposed to be this year, but COVID.
Truth.
Yeah.
What do we have to look forward to from the MCU this year? I know Guardians 3 is on the docket.
From the MCU, did Black Widow already come out?
I don't remember. I mean,
Great
probably.
job, MCU.
Huh?
Great job, MCU. I'll look it up. No, they've got like a roadmap. Let me see. Google. MCU Phase 4. Release dates. Are you whistling?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Hold music.
All right, so next up is Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings on July 9th, 2021.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. Next up is the Eternals on February 12th. That seems soon.
And the Eternals are who?
The Eternals are, they're like, I haven't read a lot of the Eternals. I've got one story arc. They're like ancient beings who are just like, when the X-Men movies started getting big at Fox and Marvel wasn't doing great before they got bought out by Disney, they like created the Eternals. They brought back the Eternals to like steal the spotlight away from the mutants. They're basically gods. They're like demigods.
Yeah, wasn't that a TV show?
I don't know if it was the Eternals. It was a similar group, though. And it was bad, and it got canceled.
Yeah.
On March 25th, we have No, never mind. This is 2022. May 7th, Black Widow. 2021. That's a prequel, though.
Mm-hmm.
So you would wedge that in somewhere back in phase 3 or 2.
Are we gonna get a Howard the Duck movie?
I want a Howard the Duck like procedural crime drama, like live action, just an hour-long like procedural crime drama that happens to star Howard the Duck, like Law and Order, or probably more like NYPD Blue. NYPD Blue, but with Howard the Duck.
I want to see a remake of the 80s movie.
I feel like there's so many more bones on Howard the Duck's like story that like I don't know what that sentence even meant. Howard the Duck is just such a cool character. That movie was great, but it did him no favors.
Okay. He has a book, obviously, right?
Yeah. There have been a few. I've got the complete Howard the Duck omnibus, which is his entire first run, which was like 10 years. 10 years, so like 120 issues. And there have been like different, I've got a big chunk of his run from like the 2010, 2011. Fucking love Howard the Duck.
Okay.
And I hope they can keep Seth Green. I love just there's nobody who isn't part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Seth Green is a character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yep.
I really hope that Seth Rogen plays the Thing. Did you hear Chris Evans is coming back to play Captain America more?
In what?
Like, I don't know. I think that's really dumb. But he's going to play more. I guess maybe he's going to do like flashbacks or something. I don't know. That doesn't seem to be what people are implying.
I don't know. Have you seen the trailer for Kong versus Godzilla?
Yes.
Doesn't that look like a fun movie?
It does.
Like, I
haven't seen the second Godzilla or the
it was good. It was good.
Okay.
Like, if you like monster movies, you're gonna fucking love that movie.
Yeah.
Even I feel like people who have like a passing interest in these monster movies need to see these movies.
I always love
if you're looking for a fun time at the movie theater, like totally fictional bullshit, monster movies.
I tell you what I don't appreciate is that they tricked us into thinking that Bryan Cranston was the star of Godzilla. Hey! Sorry. Stop eating those flowers.
Mike's having cat difficulties.
What's that term? Full of piss and vinegar?
Yes.
He's just a little shit, man.
Marshall has gotten to the point where he just looks at you indignantly all the time.
Yeah.
He's just got perma-pissed on his face all the time. He could be happy as fuck and he just looks unamused.
He's a little crackhead, man. It's like half the time his eyes are just wide. Like he's up to no good all the time.
Yeah.
He's 9 months old. He'll grow out of it, I hope.
Probably not.
He gets sprayed right in the face point blank with a lot of water. That's the only way it works. You got to get right up in his face.
Yeah, we did the water thing with Marshall, and it got to the point where like you'd pick the bottle up and he would just make a face at you like, go ahead, do it. You know what I mean? He'd just brace for it. Like,
all you got to do is pick up the water and walk toward him, and he gets what's up.
Yeah.
Did you knock down my Buddha, bro?
Huh?
You just knocked down my Buddha off the windowsill.
Yeah, because he's pissed at you.
Doesn't mean he's got to disrespect the Buddha. Now, all our little trinkets from the windowsill, they stay up for probably... He likes my grandfather's old wooden sailor man the best. And then he knocks down the little airplane. And then last he goes for the Buddha.
That's funny.
Sure, funny.
They all eventually grow out of it. Yeah. Then they just become assholes other ways.
I don't know. I have dealt with a lot of kittens. And I have never been so irritated. He's wonderful. I love him to death, but he's also just a tiny little asshole.
Yeah. I mean, careful. He could grow into a giant asshole. Like Marshall.
Yeah. There was something.
Oh.
There was something else I was thinking about. Now, you got to watch the Spider-Man movies. I don't know, like, they were on Stars for a while, so we had Stars through. Dude. Sorry, he just ran up the wall. We have Stars through Amazon, so we watched them. But I don't know where you can normally watch them. I think Stars is like Sony, so I think they'd usually be out there.
Yeah, I can look it up. But I think this is where we're going to end it, because my phone is getting real close.
Okay. This has been a good one.
Yo, yeah, definitely. I mean, solid Star Wars discussion.
Yes.
This
might even just be a nerd dump.
Huh?
This might even just be a nerd dump. We already have a January episode.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, I do think our nerd dumps are probably some of our best work.
Yeah.
We have a structure. We know what we want to talk about.
Oh, I did have one thing.
Okay.
So you know how much you love Fable?
Well, yeah.
So close your eyes, and you're not driving. You're just sitting in your truck.
Yeah.
Close your eyes and hear the Fable theme song. You got it?
Sure. No, I
don't.
don't.
What if I told you that theme song was composed by Danny Elfman?
What?
That theme song was composed by Danny Elfman. The Fable theme song.
Okay.
Most of the music in at least the first game was Danny Elfman. He did fucking everything that Tim Burton's ever done. Almost everything, anyway.
Yep.
Including Batman. Danny Elfman did the music for Fable.
Cool.
Yeah. I listened to a whole podcast about Fable the other day.
Well, they're making another one, aren't they?
Yeah.
Are
It's
they?
just called Fable.
Huh?
It's just called Fable.
Yeah. So we're still not sure if it's going to be a reboot or a sequel.
I think maybe like a little bit of the both of them. It's going to be like a reboot / sequel, like the sequel trilogy of Star Wars.
Okay.
Yeah, Fable.
I'm down. I mean, I loved the game. Am working on finishing Fable 3 right now. Like I'm in the uh yeah, I am in the process of like the end game of Fable 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you're making all your decisions to save people's lives, and right now I'm trying to be like a super good king and I have no money. I'm actually in debt.
So last time I started a new game in Fallout 3, I decided I was going to be a good person. So I didn't steal anything, and I wasn't an asshole to people, and it was impossible to level my character up, and I had no fucking money.
Yeah.
It was so frustrating to be a good person.
Yeah, the only game that I think I ever had a not a I shouldn't say like a not difficult time was Fable.
Yeah.
Because
That's the
even
only
if
one I played.
yeah, like even if you're a good person in Fable, you're still like, you know, hack and slashing your whole way through the game. Like you just weren't like killing villagers and like raiding whole towns after you've killed everybody.
Yeah. All right, one last thing.
Sure.
Ubisoft's open world Star Wars game.
I have mixed emotions. I'm not a huge fan of gigantically open worlds. I I know that sounds weird coming
Yeah.
from a kid who loves Mass Effect
Yeah.
because you can explore the whole fucking galaxy.
I feel like an open world Star Wars game is actually like more like a Mass Effect. That it should be more like that than like something Bethesda would do. Can
Well,
you give
then,
me a
yeah,
sec? I'll
I'm
be right back.
100% down.
You get the fuck out of there. This is very strange. Just a very strange place for you. Sorry. But so I'm really hoping that it's like Knights of the Old Republic 3.
Yeah.
That's the dream, right?
Yeah,
That
of
this
course.
is KOTOR 3. I would love to see a Knights of the Old Republic re-release on Switch. That would be awesome because it's on mobile. If something works on mobile, it is pretty much guaranteed it'll work on Switch.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I still want to get a Switch, but like, there's just other shit that I want first.
Yeah. No, that's true.
Like, I'm kind of hoping that my tax return will be enough to cover like the deposit on next year's truck insurance, and then anything extra from that is kind of just like my money.
Yeah.
And I would really love a new Xbox.
You want that Series X or the Series S?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna. What's the next gen? I mean, that's the Series X.
So Series X and Series S are almost the same console, except that the Series S is digital exclusive, and it does not support Ultra HD. It doesn't have 4K, and it is $200 less.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean,
PS5 is only $100 less for the digital version because it does
but
all
what
the other
about?
stuff.
So, my question at that point would be, what about the games that like I need discs for?
You
Are they
don't get
just?
to play those.
Mm,
But anything you've digitally downloaded, you've got it now.
meh. I don't know. It depends. I don't know. Probably going to be the one with disc with a
Here's
disc
the
support.
thing though, like we're going to be getting most of the big games are going to be cross-gen releases anyway for like the next 2 years.
Yeah.
So there's no point in upgrading for a while, especially since like whenever you do decide to upgrade, a lot of the larger like the big titles, you're going to be able to get like an upgrade pass to the next gen. So it's basically like you bought this full price game, you can play it on your Xbox Series X, or you can pay like $10 and get like the upgraded like 4K Series X version of it.
Yeah, I'm not really worried
Which
about
I think is a
4K.
cool way to do it. Cyberpunk, because if you purchase it, you get the next gen for free. CD Projekt doesn't like to have people pay for things twice.
Well, that's cool. I'm really hemming and hawing on it because I know that Mass Effect remake is coming out,
Yeah,
and if I'm gonna put the hours in, I'm putting it in on a next gen console
I get that.
so that I can really see the remake for what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like everything's digitally enhanced, everything is brought up to spec graphic level. It's gonna be gorgeous.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to play it, but I want to
I
do
can't
it
wait.
the right way.
I can't wait to see what they do for Skyrim's 10th anniversary. Skyrim came out 10 years ago,
Shut up.
and there is no Elder Scrolls 6.
I mean, yeah, I was never a huge Elder Scrolls fan.
Yeah, I fucking love Skyrim. Oblivion was fun. Morrowind was like overwhelming because they don't give you quest markers or anything. You gotta follow street signs and follow the map. There's no fast travel.
No. I couldn't play a game like that. I'm sorry. I need direction.
Yeah, for real.
Like even
It's like in
even
Skyrim you can like turn that stuff off.
yeah, but
It's an option.
Even in Skyrim, it's such an overwhelming world to me.
Beautiful world. So basically the biggest like uh design rule of an open world game is you're supposed to find something to distract you every 30 seconds. That's how populated your world should be. It can be just like some small little set piece that's not even interactable, it's just something to see, or it can be like a side quest that you find over here. But like the whole point is that like there are all these possibilities surrounding you. But I can get how that can be overwhelming.
Yeah,
Once
because
you
like
play it through like a few times, you know the stuff you like to do. So it's more of a relaxed. Like I couldn't even tell you what number my Skyrim playthrough is. But it's like it's like watching your favorite TV
Michael,
show.
is it more than
You just
10?
watch it from beginning to end over and over and over again, just whenever there's nothing else.
True.
For me, that's Skyrim. And Grand Theft Auto 5. I almost always have a save at some point in the story. Like I'll play it all the way through to the end and then start over from the beginning.
Nice.
Fucking love Grand Theft Auto 5. It's one of my favorite games of all time.
That's how I felt about Mass Effect.
Yeah. I hope that an open world Star Wars game is gonna be, because like Mass Effect is BioWare. These are the people who made KOTOR.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, like what they should do is take the success they had with Mass Effect, combine it with, I should say, with Mass Effect and BioShock.
Yeah.
Because they pretty much played the same way.
Mm-hmm. BioShock?
Yeah. That's BioWare.
Like the one in the underground.
The underwater
the
city
underwater
thing? Yeah.
City? Okay.
Yeah, that was the same people that made Mass Effect.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
BioWare.
I played the first one and the third one.
I didn't play any of the BioShocks.
I got the remasters. And I played those two and then I traded it in.
Yeah, I was just a much bigger fan of Mass Effect because I like sci-fi more than I like weird post-apocalyptic weird shit.
Yeah.
Aside from Borderlands, which is like the dopest game ever.
I couldn't get into Borderlands.
Well, that's the thing with that game. You either loved it or you didn't.
Yeah. I tried Borderlands 2 on PS3. It kind of reminded me of like the same problem with Rage. It was like Fallout with less to do. I want more to do. I want more options in the world I inhabit.
True. I get it.
I really like immersion.
Me and Mike Humana played Mass Effect, or not, wasn't that? Yeah, well, I played Mass Effect, but we played Borderlands, the first Borderlands together. And then I got the second one in the Handsome Jack collection. Beat the bag out of that. Couldn't continue with the pre-sequel. I just couldn't do it. It was too different.
Oh.
Too different.
You didn't do Tales from the Borderlands, the Telltale series?
I may have played one of them. I don't remember.
That'd be like a point-and-click adventure game.
Probably not then.
They won like awards for that one.
No, I watched them. I never played them. I watched like a couple of different people play them.
Okay.
Like bits and pieces of them, and they looked really great. And I probably should download them and play them. But Borderlands
Telltale, they did a lot of stuff that was either amazing, like fucking the Walking Dead series they did.
I heard that
or
was
it was
really,
just like
really good.
Garbage. Like a lot of what they pumped out was just like garbage. They're gone.
Yeah.
Now.
Borderlands 2, the version I got, came with all the DLC.
Nice.
And I got hours and hours out of that game. And Borderlands 3 is hours and hours too.
Yeah.
I like those kinds of games. Like, if you're gonna release games, like, release them slowly. Build huge worlds. Or build huge stories, I should say, and let me play through them.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to bed.
Brother. It was a good time.
It was a good episode, too.
Yeah. I think that was like an hour.
It might have been
all the technical hiccups.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. Yeah, actually, I think you're right on the money.
Oh, Patty, do me a favor.
Yeah.
It's a pretty short series. Just go ahead and watch Schitt's Creek.
You keep telling me that.
You will not regret it. Watch every single episode of Schitt's Creek.
All right.
I'm on my second watch through. It's amazing. I would put it up next to Breaking Bad as some of the best television ever produced.
That's high praise from you, too.
Yeah.
All right, Meng.
All right, sir. I'll see you later.
Yes, sir.
Bye.